Left jab, uppercut, leave you laid out on the floor. Try to duck and roll, hit and miss, now you counting stars. Should've practiced more, should've hit the mask, get out there more. Claim that you're the best, you gotta show me son. Actions over words, baby boy, is you real or what? Talking way too much, world come back. Sports, talking way too much, world come back. Sports, talking way too much, world come back. Sports.
Yeah, happy Friday, everyone. You already know what it is. The first in the building. Trick on deck. What up with it, Trick? WCS, what's good, Trick? How you feeling, bro? First in the building. I need that gift card to the Cheesecake Factory for real. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna make sure I put enough for you to get some calamari. You know, to start off with the calamari. Get a nice drink in your system. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? That's how they do it at Cheesecake. Lost Art of Boxing, the LAB on deck. What's good, family? In the building. You already know what it is, Q. The one and only. Oh, Fistiana, I see you. Shout out to Fistiana. Man, what's good with it, Queen? How you feeling? Appreciate you pulling up. You already know what it is. Use the Sauce Experience, aka Showtime Shaw. My guy, Team Tucker in the building. Fight on deck April 1st, man. 10 professional, squaring up, splitting the ropes. 10 professional fight. Going in there against a tough opponent, man. Shout out to Team Tucker, bro. Yeah, Tank is number one of the mental warfare. Yes, sir. Let's speak on this shit. You know what I'm saying? I am Cam in the building. One love to Archbishop, WCS, and chat. Apostles on deck to lift the hands and spread the good news of boxing this weekend. You understand me? The apostles are on deck. Believe it. The XO Factory was good in the building. I'm on deck. Yes, sir. Shout out to the XO Factory. You already know, man. Big shout out to you. I came on a little bit late today. You know how it gets on the weekend, man. I had some stuff to take care of, man. You know what I'm saying? Let's get down to it. You already see the thumbnail, man. You already know what this is about. And, a person like myself needs to be the one to speak on it. First of all, I want to identify some certain details about this fight. It's supposed to be Gervonta Tank Davis against Ryan Garcia, okay? That's our understanding. And big shout out to the supporters of the channel, those of you that tuned in on this Friday. This is what it's supposed to be about. This is supposed to be the biggest fight. We wasn't able to get Spence Crawford, right? So we're getting Gervonta Davis, who's been climbing the ladder on the pay-per-view scale. You know what I'm saying? And then, we're looking at Ryan Garcia, who was provided the opportunity based off. Let me see. Why did he get this fight again? Give me a minute. Give me a minute. IG followers. Okay. So Ryan Garcia got this fight based off IG followers. I get it. I totally understand why he's here. I get it. So therefore, a negotiation took place. All the logistics. You know what I'm saying? This went by. No one really knew anything about the purse splits and all that like we was hearing in 2022. Everything was kept in house until the first press conference. So let's understand both of these fighters are undefeated. Gervonta Tank Davis is a 3-weight world champion, multi-time world champion, and up to this point has not been included on the pound for pound list, which he stated deals with a lot of popularity. Ryan Garcia had the opportunity to face an opponent in January just like Tank. Tank fought Hector Luis Garcia and Ryan Garcia decided not to. He said he didn't want to get hurt. He wanted everything to be perfect. In the process of him backing up out of that fight, because he's used to putting shit in reverse. He's used to that shit. We've seen him back up out of fights plenty of times, right? So this particular fight, people was trying to blame Team Davis. They was trying to blame Team Davis for not wanting Ryan Garcia to take a fight. Ryan went on and made a public statement that wasn't indeed the truth. He didn't want to get injured. He wanted to make sure everything was in play for this fight. That's facts. That's where we at with it. So, you know how last year we was talking about that October situation with Spence and Crawford, how, you know, they couldn't dare promo this fight, that fight at the time, a month before the fight, because the fight was supposed to be November 19th, and we was in October, you know, and we haven't heard any news. And then the news broke that negotiation was over, and we found out the reason why, okay? Well, this proved to me that they can promo a fight. They can send the fighters on a press tour. We're 45 days out from the fight. They proved it to us. You know what I'm saying? They proved this shit to us, bro. They proved that they can, if they really want the fight, they can promo it 45 days out with a back-to-back press tour. They went from New York to LA, East Coast, West Coast, which the West Coast turned out to be much better than the East Coast, in my opinion. So let me see if I'm missing anything in the chat. Andrew Charles on deck. What's good, Andrew? WCS, I was on the channel and they're not talking about this fight. They talking about Bud. It's a sorrow. I'm out in Vegas, WCS. Need good food spots and the address to the Doghouse Gym. The Doghouse Gym is TMT. You know what I'm saying? Everybody knows what TMT is at over there. Real talk. Seriously. Okay. So this they proved to us that they can promo a fight with 2 back-to-back pressers 45 days out, which was great. We wanted to see them both on stage together and see who had the energy and who didn't. So when these guys was in New York, you know, Tank showed up late, yeah. But when he got there, you know, the presser kicked off, and before they actually got on stage, though, you know, they had the opportunity to speak to Ryan Garcia. And look, it would have been great if Ryan Garcia just came up there and talked about how he's feeling. You know, what a pleasure to be able to step in the square with Gervonta. You know what I'm saying? He feel good about having this fight finally. He's been pursuing Tank. He's been calling him out. He's been doing all this, right? And he's finally getting what he want again. You know what I'm saying? But with stipulations. So, you know how we always hear people talk about what's in the details, what's going on with the contract. This is a perfect example on how you can find out what's in the contract if the fighters tell you. All the other bullshit we was listening to in 2022 wasn't shit. It wasn't nothing. But Ryan Garcia brought it to our attention that there was some stipulations in here. He started to bitch and complain and act like he hadn't been in boxing. You know what I'm saying? When fighters pretend to act like someone else holds the liability when they've been struggling to make weight a couple of times, right? I feel like they just not being truthful with the people on how motivated they are to take a fight of this magnitude. You know what I'm saying? Are you truly, truly motivated to take a fight of this magnitude? Or do you have confidence to take a fight of this magnitude? So he gets up there with Brian and Luke Campbell, and he starts complaining about the dang rehydration clause, which both fighters have a rehydration. Only 10 pounds. Both fighters. He didn't mention that. He wants to say, oh, he's trying to weight drain me. I felt he was going on there bitching and complaining, bro. And it kind of broke down the mood a little bit because we knew the pressures was happening. So we really wanted to see. This one of the biggest fights. You know what I'm saying? We wanted to see, what energy Ryan had. So he got up there, his eyes was pink. He said, I'm not in the best mood, I'm thirsty, I'm hungry. And he put all these stipulations on me, and he put a weight stipulation, I can only gain 10 pounds and, the catch weight. I'm saying to myself, but this is contractual details. These are contractual details. Why would you break your professional mold and this so-called good boy image and go in here and start bitching? You're in the hurt business, Ryan. You're bitching about a detail which you acting like Team Davis didn't give you anything. Like the fight is being held at 136 pounds. You can only rehydrate up to 146, a 10-pound rehydration limit. Okay? It's not like, just like Tank said, and I even said this on my live, it's not like he had you coming in at 126. He having you come in at a weight a pound over the lightweight limit, and your rehydration allows you to go up no more than 10 pounds. So 10 pounds, 36 to 46, you act like you didn't get anything. So you was up there bitching and complaining. So that presser went off, and I didn't think Ryan Garcia really put forth any energy in New York. Garcia didn't really show the fans that he's all about promoing it. He was a little bit lazy on that press conference. You know what I'm saying? He was whiny. He wasn't really trying to sell the fight like that. It's almost like he just wants the clout to be a part of this conversation, but you don't want to do enough when it comes down to the hard shit, bro. The tough promo in the fight. Getting down in the damn wickets, man, in the weeds, and going at Tank. You didn't want to do that in New York. You was being Mr. I'm entitled. I want to throw a temper tantrum. I'm thirsty. I'm hungry. Now, 45 days out for a fight, bro. And you really acting this bitchy? 45 days out from a fight. It's not like Ryan Garcia didn't know this fight was on the horizon. He had a damn good idea him and Tank was going to fight. Even they was talking about it last year before 22 ushered in 23. Real talk. He knew it. So you trying to tell me, bro, you didn't think to get your ass in the gym? So guess what? I'm thinking what Canelo said was kind of right. I think Canelo saying you're not totally dedicated, right? I believe you just going off, somehow or another you got one foot in Hollywood. You know what I'm saying? And then you have a glove over here in boxing. You know what I'm saying? But you're more focused on the silver screen because you can just read the script. You know what I'm saying? I'm not understanding like why you would deter the people from watching a fight. Like you're the one with the minimal credentials. You don't have no super championships to your name. You haven't had any big fights to the magnitude of Tank Davis. This is your biggest fight ever, and you go up here and start, talking about he's weight draining me. I just thought it was extremely childish, bro. You're 24 years old. You're telling the people that you gotten bigger. You're a man. You got kids at home. Stuff like that. But yeah, you up here whining like you don't know what your profession is. Your profession is motherfucking boxing, homie. Like you know what your profession is. You know what your profession is, bro. You had 2 fights at 140. You had 2 fights at 140 pounds, and you couldn't get this shit right? You can't get this right? What's wrong with you? Like what's going on, bro? I hear people talking about Ryan Garcia conceded or Ryan Garcia capitulated. He did neither. Ryan Garcia complied to a fight that he wanted to be a part of. That's exactly what Ryan Garcia wanted to do. So when you get out to the West Coast, Ryan Garcia is out there with his people. He's feeling a lot better because the sunshine is out. Ryan Garcia is feeling a little better. He got a lot more energy. So this time, instead of, showing up to the arena early, he's up there on his balcony. He's doing what he got to do. Ariel Helwani hit him up, and, he actually hit him back. Which I thought what he did was very professional. Because a fighter at that moment, they're not going to pick up for a media person. But, Ariel, he's paid his dues. He got his stripes. And I guess, he's an exception to the rule when it comes, to picking up the phone. So he declined it the first time, and then he called him back. All right. Doing that, he seemed like he spotted Tank Davis entering the arena, the presser. So, he was making all his little jabs and shit. Oh, he looked like an ant, this, that, and the other. Okay. He goes back in there. He makes it to the arena. He comes in there with a big-ass motherfucking satchel. I don't know if that was meal prep. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what the fuck that big-ass bag was. Brass knuckles? I don't know, but he came in there and sat it on the table. Tank came in. They faced off. Very intense face-off from the beginning. They talking their shit. So it got to a point where Garcia's in his backyard, and he wanted to try to, get a little bit more physical, which I don't blame him. Sell the fight. They probably talked to you last night, the night prior anyway. They probably say, bro, you need to do more than this bullshit. You was just up there whining like a little baby, dog. Like, you need to do more. You need to turn it up. So his energy was up. He had his adrenaline going. So him and Tank going back and forth, and he put his hand up there. He tried to cross the threshold, y'all. Let me tell you what Ryan did. Ryan was proving to himself, say, hey, I can do it. I can do it. I can do it. Let me try to punk Tank. I can do it. Ryan was trying to convince himself he can punk Tank and put a hand. He was trying to convince himself up there. Boom. The shit happened. They going back and forth. Ryan moving his head, that long ass giraffe neck just moving back and forth. And then, it became a moment where Tank Davis attempted to lightly release a left hook to the right jawline of Ryan Garcia, and it clipped him. And you see Ryan Garcia said, oh, himself. He said, shit, I gotta maintain a poker face. This nigga just caught me with a left jab, and I'm right here in his face. God damn. Ryan Garcia said, God damn. And then they start shadow boxing and then shining and shit. But we already seen it, bro. Tank did a look away, left jab to the jaw and connected on Ryan Garcia. And Ryan said, oh shit, he caught me that close. When I'm this close to him, he caught me at a press conference with a leather jacket on. Dude, I can't make it up, dog. Gervonta did a no-look left hook, man. And people are saying, well, you want to look at the second press conference. Ryan Garcia won that. Ryan Garcia. Boxing fans are so desperate for the best fight, the best. They're grading press conferences. Okay, I'll join in with. So they're saying Ryan Garcia was down 1-0 heading into the West Coast, right? this is where they believe that Ryan Garcia, once they sat down, because this was a initial face off. They got the face off out the way. They let the fighters exert all the energy, let them vent, do this, this, and this, and then they sat down, right? So they're basing Ryan Garcia's freaking win off verbal sparring. Now, this is verbal sparring by physical contact, all right? Let me this for you. So it came to a point where Tank Davis said Ryan Garcia was wearing heels. And Ron said, yeah, I know you ain't talking. You dancing with unicorns, and you came in here with a purse, and so forth. The people out in the, you know, the little people that was up there chuckling and shit. And so he made a comment about that. So when I look into media this morning, how people are giving their reaction to the press conference based off that verbal jab that he threw with Tank, they were saying he won the second one. You know what I'm saying? He actually won. They're grading press conferences, right? When I'm looking at it like, fuck the verbal sparring. Y'all was face to face. You chose to raise a hand to Tank and respond, and then out of nowhere, he clips you with a left hook. He clips you, bro. And you say, oh, and then you try to play it off. It already clipped you. So I'm not even worried about what nobody else saying as far as this verbal sparring. This is a physical contact sport. This is the hurt business. Tank did a no-look left jab to the chin, bro. It ain't no recovering from that when it comes to a press conference. He landed on your chin, bro. The shit he does, if he's that unpredictable out of the fucking ring, how difficult do you believe it's going to be once you split the ropes there, Garcia? If he caught you on your chin while you was right there, bro, you didn't have on a jacket, you had on a long sleeve shirt, you was ready. And he still caught you on the chin. And you tried to play it off. It ain't no freaking, since he mentioned, you know, the attire and Tank having the purse, you know, that's all that was needed to be said. Listen, bro, when somebody land on you, like, it's not like Tank threw an overhand right or 1-2 combination like Riddick Bowe did on Larry Donald. You know, Riddick Bowe landed on Larry Donald, like connected, flush. He put some oomph into that shit. And he cut Larry Donald's mouth on the inside. Now, can you imagine? Larry Donald still fought that night, bro. When Riddick Bowe hit this man in the mouth and cut him open in the inside of his lip, he still fought that fight. He didn't say, oh, no, fuck that, man. I'm going home. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to just pick my check up and go. No, he still fought Bowe. Could you imagine Tank hitting Ryan Garcia in the lip and cutting his lip, bro? Listen, not only that, bro. Let me give you one more cupcake. Can you imagine if Tank would have did what Canelo did to Caleb Plant and Caleb Plant returned to Canelo? Could you imagine that shit? Because I was sitting back there, please go. I was hoping that was going to be the next sequence because it was getting physical. You know, the sun was beaming down. I said, okay. Now they getting a little physical touching. All right, it's only a matter of time. Somebody gonna swing. All right. Who? It got a little bit, and then it just fizzled out when Tank touched him on the chin. Now, check this out. During the press conference, Tank handled all these guys differently. Dude is smart. He pushed Rolly off stage. He was up there giving you some freaking metaverse, you know what I'm saying, motherfucking PS5 combat sports type of freaking, you know, just shadow boxing type shit to Hector Garcia. He had that motherfucker in the Philly shell, right? He handled Isak Cruz differently. He went up there and shoved Gamboa after missing weight. He handled every one of his opponents with something different during the presser. All right? But what he did to the Ryan Garcia was something different than he ain't did to any other opponent, really. He clipped that man on the chin with a left, bro. He showed Ryan Garcia that he can connect on him whenever he feel like his boxing IQ and the way he think as a fighter. Ryan Garcia wasn't even prepared to be that close. He was that close to Tank, and he still couldn't avoid a slip that shot, knowing damn well that Tank always do something at the presser. He always do something. He pushed Rolly off stage at the weigh-in. He's always doing something, bro. And still, Ryan couldn't even stop the shit. Big blunts and boxing on deck. I see you, bro. Let me get to this chat right quick. Shout out to the one and only Mr. Gumbo, a.k.a. Hot Grease, a.k.a. Mr. Sucker, free on a Friday. You already know, $10 on deck, man. I appreciate you, brother. Mr. Gooch, to you. And Cam, please lay at the hands on WCS for hating on King Ryan. Amen. I don't call it hate. I just call it, media distribution, or, you know what I'm saying? All I'm doing is just talking to those who are listening in. That's it. You know what I'm saying? There's no hate. Cam said 45 to 60 days seems like about all needed for a popularity fight for this magnitude. Yeah, but the reason why I brought up Spencer Crawford is because, they was acting like they need damn near 90 days to promo this fight. You know what I'm saying? It's not too many fighters that'll do more than 2 press tours now. For real. You rarely see them go more than 2 slots. They do an East Coast and a West Coast. That's it. So they showed us we can make this shit happen in 45 days and get it over with. You know what I'm saying? But shout out to Mr. Gumbo for that $10 super chat, my brother. It is all love. You know what I'm saying? Especially when the apostles are on deck. You know what I'm saying? This is spiritual love. He's coming in 1 pound over the lightweight limit and allows both to come in to 1 pound away from being welterweight. I don't know what else he wants. I don't know what else he wants, bro. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what else he wants except entitlement. Shout out to the expert genius on deck. What it do, brother? At World Combat Sports. Gooch, Cam. Who else is in the building? For it is time for us to spread the good news of boxing, Cam the Baptist. But my brother WCS is cooking, Ryan. I'm spreading nothing but spiritual. I'm spreading spiritual love from my voice. You know what I'm saying? This is love coming in both directions of these fighters because they stepping in a square with one another. They are. But I just feel like, the West Coast was a little bit turned up than New York, right? And they finally sat down. They went back and forth, and they was really rolling the clock, right? They was really getting them in, getting them out. They said, you know what? This is not going to go down like it did yesterday. I'm just letting you know ahead of time. So we're going to get in and we're going to get out. So everybody that came up there besides the fighters was short, but they did allow the fighters to engage a little bit. Tank stood up while Ryan was at the podium and talked this shit. This is my thoughts on the whole thing. Tank did what he's supposed to do as the A side. He did what he's supposed to do as the guy that's been on pay-per-view. He did what he's supposed to do. He is the A side. He is the star. He did what he's supposed to do to carry the presser. Just because Ryan Garcia made 2 comments, that don't mean shit, bro. You got caught with a left hook. And you was right there in the pocket, too. You was right there in the pocket. The only good thing about that left hook there, Ryan, is that it wasn't meant to apply damage. That's all. It was just a lighthearted, innocuous type left hook. Now, of course, when you step through the ropes and the bell ring, that innocuous left hook will turn malicious. It would be deleterious. It would be everything that you wish in that nightmare that you've been going through night after night while you couldn't wait. It's going to be detrimental to your jawbone, bro. And I know you've been thinking about that. But I have to give, Tank Davis 2-0 if they're grading, you know what I'm saying? Press conferences. And then take us to this fight in general. They said that the winner of this fight would be the face of boxing. I know they're trying to build this fight up, but they're reaching a bit, because Ryan Garcia beating one person doesn't make you the face of boxing. You know what I'm saying? Just because you beat one person that's not on the pound for pound list, but yet has the stature and has the championships to his cachet, that doesn't make you the face of boxing. That doesn't make you the face of boxing. You need more than that. You need to go beat somebody else that's in your weight class next. So that tells me that if Gervonta wins, Gervonta is going to continue to levitate and take his career to a whole nother stratosphere. As in Ryan Garcia, he's going to have to figure it out with that one loss on his record. He's going to have to really process whether it's time to go to Hollywood or it's time for me to stick to my own weight class of 140. You know what I'm saying? Now, when it comes down to this weight draining shit, what do you all think? Do you think Gervonta Davis did anything wrong? I mean, do you think that he was trying to purposely put Ryan Garcia in a predicament of discomfort? I look at it like it's all about the sport, bro. I mean, you're talking about a guy who's the A side. And we heard all this shit on what people believe Errol should do for Crawford. Do to Crawford. Don't give him nothing. He should take what he get and all this. All I'm saying is keep the same energy in this fight. Don't sit up here and like Tank should just be so giving. Like you're in a Merry Christmas spirit. You're in the holiday of giving. Don't think that y'all niggas won the same ones just in 22. Talking about Bud don't need nothing. Be the challenger. Sit down. Humble yourself. Be quiet. Take what they give you. But then we got Tank over here putting the rehydration clause and of 10. And people up here talking about, oh, Tank, he's putting Ryan at a disadvantage. Ooh, woo, boo, hoo, hoo. People up here whining and bitching, grown ass fucking men on the YTC. Oh, that's wrong of Tank to do that. But I see videos in your catalog on when you're saying that Crawford don't deserve. He don't deserve this. He don't deserve that. And Errol Spence should give him this and give him that, right? He should damn near fight for free. But when it comes to Ryan Garcia with his hair all fixed up and everything and the eyeliner and blush, so the light won't reflect off his nose and shit, get them all, beautified up. Y'all want to feel like Tank is taking advantage of Ryan Garcia. He's supposed to cater to him and let him, weigh in at 140. Take the fight at 140 and let them both, rehydrate up 10 pounds. So check this out. If Ryan Garcia is competing at lightweight, right? And Garcia want to come in here and say, I want to take the fight at 140 and give me that same 10 you was giving me down there. Come on, how tough you think it'll be for Tank? He'll be fighting a freaking welterweight come fight night, because Ryan Garcia is so-called having all these weight issues because he said he's 24 and he's growing and all this other shit. But look, Tank Davis, he had weight issues at 130 and he went back down to the division. I think it might be your discipline or a lack thereof, bro, because he missed weight at 130. He went back down there. He did. So with you, if you thought somebody was going to oblige you by coming into this fight and saying, yeah, let's have it at 140 with a 10-pound rehydration, I guarantee you Ryan Garcia wouldn't have said nothing. Ryan Garcia wouldn't have said shit and let the people know how disappointed he was. He wouldn't have said a thing. But since it's quite difficult, even though it's a pound over the lightweight limit, it's very, very difficult for Ryan mentally to fathom that, damn, I got to start dropping this weight, because I heard he was like at 160. All right. He has to start dropping this weight. He has 43 days to this date. 43 days. You know what I'm saying? To drop to 136. 43 days. So you better get cooking, homie. You better get on the road. You know what I'm saying? Do that road work. You know what I'm saying? You really got to start cooking there, Ryan. Do not show up to this fight overweight just because you want to get fined and you feel like the win is going to be. Because that is a tactical move, though. You know what I'm saying? You're talking about him coming in overweight. It's almost like a Spence versus Keith Thurman, you know, moving up a weight class and it's nothing there. It's really no title shot. There's nothing there. So if Ryan wanted to come in overweight, just so he can feel comfortable, he won't be so weak, and get fined, and that's going to be up to him and his team. But understand this: if Ryan comes and split those ropes in the bell ring, and you have already missed weight, not only you miss weight, you go in there and get knocked the fuck out, bro. It's going to be extremely difficult for you to recover from that. It's going to be extremely difficult for people to give you that compassion that you're looking for, since you was bitching and complaining at the presser, right? You shown that you have no confidence mentally. I'm surprised you didn't throw mental health up there. Talking about this fight is just taking me to a dark side. I mean, just revisiting mental health. I'm not making light of that. I'm just saying, I think from seeing him, you know, act the way he was acting, have that type of energy, it just seems to me that he's mentally in shambles right now. Like he's crumbling because he has this weight cut. I can see if they was 2 weeks out and somebody was talking to him, but it was 45 days out when he was up here bitching about a rehydration clause. So what he was expecting Tank to do is oblige him and meet his expectations, period. He wanted Tank, the A side, the clear A side, who has divisions under his belt. Ryan Garcia wanted this man to meet all his expectations. He wanted Tank to allow him to come into the ring feeling good than a motherfucker. Hey, man, I just want to thank you for allowing me every opportunity to beat your ass. I appreciate it. Thank you. I'm feeling healthy. I'm full. Oh, my God. I had steaks last night. I appreciate you. I bet he would have. I bet he would have said what? Tank would have been 2 hours late. He would have been over there like a church mouse. I don't have nothing to say. Nothing at all. Because that contract, he gave me everything I wanted. We having the fight at 140. We get 10 on the rehydration. I'm good. I don't have nothing to say. Hey, how you doing, Tank? Hey, I'm good. You was able to show up, man. Thank you. Yeah, we're about to kick off the press conference. We still gonna be friends after this? Okay, for sure, man. Thank you. All right. Ryan Garcia wouldn't have said a motherfucking thing, man. He would have been great. But since he didn't get what he want, he showed how spoiled he is. And he went and made it public to the people, which very little media outlets, right? They're willing to speak on this because that's just how biased these cats are. They pick and choose which black boxer they want to target. If it's not two black fighters boxing, then it comes to this where they have a Ryan Garcia who they feel that's the good guy. You know what I'm saying? And then they have Gervonta, who's the bad guy. He's the villain. So they're gonna go over there and try to support Ryan Garcia as much as possible because he's the more social media adept out of the two. He's supposed to have 9+ million followers. So these dudes on YouTube, they just doing the shit for, oh man, his name might be trending a little bit more now. So let's kind of big up Ryan Garcia. And let's sit up here and shit on Tank. Hey, that's the type of shit that goes on YTC now. Don't say I'm lying now. I'm not gonna lie, it's a little concerning. Ryan got his chin touched already. He didn't see it at all. He was playing around at the time, so I give him the benefit of the doubt. Andrew, please let me Let me take this moment to address something, Andrew. That last part that you said, that he was playing around, and that's exactly what I'm saying. Like, people still think Brian Garcia is that little goofy, quirky dude that was growing up, the same dude that got up from the Luke Campbell knockdown and said, wow. Yeah, he caught me on the chin, right on the chin, all smackaroo. And I got up and I said, man, he really dropped. See, that's the kind of vibe I'm getting. People still looking at him as the goofy, quirky. Let me make a video. Let me make a flash video. They see him from social media, bro. But Andrew, this man got caught on the chin in the process of talking shit. Tank had already told him all he has is a left hook, right? And he turns around with the same hand. Look, Tank turns around with the same motherfucking left that he's done put motherfuckers into the land of motherfucking nod VIP, and he catches this man with the left. I think that was just, out of both press conferences, that was the most damning, because you said you were giving the benefit of the doubt when he should have been aware. Point I'm making. Hector Garcia was sitting up there as a static defensive display, and he had his defensive mechanism up, and he was already there. He said, "Oh, I'm not doing this, I'm not getting." And then Tank pushed him lightly, and Hector just stood there, but he had his defense ready. As in Ryan Garcia just wanted to be the quirky dude making videos and doing body punch challenges and shit like that. And Tank gave him a little taste of what Baltimore is. Dude, you always got to have your head on a swivel. You up here playing around and you get clipped on the motherfucking chin, and Tank is looking out there for your motherfucking head. He's looking out in the audience. Did y'all see that? He's looking for Ryan Garcia's chin just like Errol was looking for his mouthpiece. He was, bro. You think he's not going to catch him one time or two? You think it's going to be like Isak Cruz? Bro, you don't have the defense like Isak Cruz. You don't have that discipline to be shelled up like Isak Cruz, to know how to shoot that overhand right out of the damn defense like Isak. You don't have it, bro. Ryan, you don't have it, bro. You want to be open. You want to be flat-footed. You want to stand right there and try to damn work on nothing but speed, speed, speed. Timing will rip you apart with that. So you're going to have to figure it out, bro. You're going to have to figure it out. Tank employs different mental tactics to throw his opponents off before the fight. And man, he definitely employed one then when they was up there, touching each other out of nowhere. Tank damn cracks him on the chin just lightly. Like a little brisk knuckle sandwich. He gave him a brisket right to the damn right side of his face. And, it kind of shocked Ryan. He said, goddamn, I felt that motherfucker. He got me. That's why he tried to play it off. Oh, and then shadow box. No, it's too late, bro. He already caught you on your motherfucking jawline, bro. He told Ryan, I got you. Ryan tried to act like he didn't. I had to throw that motherfucker up. You know what I'm saying? You're right, Bloods. He said, I got you. You could tell how Ryan looked. He said, oh shit, this nigga just hit me. And he didn't even think twice about hitting. Come on, let me give you another juxtapose, right? Go back to when Benavidez and Crawford had their shit, man. That shit was freaking lit. They really had that energy, right? Go back to when Benavidez pushed Crawford. You knew what was gonna happen, bro. He took the swing, right? Go back to when Caleb Plant was pushed by Canelo Alvarez. You knew when Caleb was walking back up to Canelo in that tailored suit that he was going to attempt to land a shot. It happened. Did you get that from Ryan Garcia? Come on, man. Stop playing. Did Ryan Garcia give you any indication that he wanted to swing on and get that goddamn gorilla right there on stage? You know what I'm saying? Did he want Mr. El Chin Checker to lay him down in front of all those cameras? because that would have been terrible. That would have been terrible. If punches would have really been exchanged and he got the real left hook. That's all I'm saying. It would have been crazy, bro. The stipulations are a show of power. That's all. And that's what I'm looking at, Joey. Salute to Joey on that. That's all I'm looking at it. Like he's the A side. Okay, why put in all this effort and build up your credentials, build up your boxing ledger, build up all your accolades, so you won't have the power to do any of this? It makes no sense. In life, we don't even operate like this. We don't get promotions in life so that we can still do what the lower scale individuals, the individuals that's just coming on deck, they still got to do the shit details, clean the toilets and all this other shit, sweep the floor, vacuum and all that. When you get experience in anything, you expect growth, right? And with growth comes what? Delegation, leadership. Believe it or not, just because, boxing isn't like this military type structure, you are putting in time. You are putting in the work. You know what I'm saying? You have to take punishment during training camp, and you have to take punishment when you finally step in there on fight night. That's the rigors of training when it comes to combat sports, y'all. It's tough. It's real fucking tough, bro. It's real tough, man. And right now, Ryan Garcia is understanding what that's about. He could never expect. Like, once again, I have to go back and repeat something I said already. Let me reciprocate this, right? This was the same guy who was talking shit, you know what I'm saying, about Tank. On more than one occasion, he was talking shit about him, right? He was up there talking how ugly he was on Mike Tyson's podcast and how he needed a step stool. You know what I'm saying? He was talking crazy. Was he not? Was Ryan Garcia not talking crazy about Tank? Do you think all the shit you was saying about Tank, that you was gonna be able to walk up in the club and say, "Hey, we're gonna be friends after this, Mr. Davis"? He was even calling Mr. Davis. He might have slid a sir in there too. "Mr. Davis, are we gonna be friends after this, sir? I just want to know. I mean," and this is why Tank had him by his collars off the ground. You know what I'm saying? I said, come on, bro. Ryan, you got to be better than this, bro. I mean, why would you go in there and find this man in the club and try to ask if y'all going to be friends afterwards? You talk mad shit about this dude. You talk mad shit about this dude, bro. And you think he's not going to hit you with some of these stipulations? Like he hasn't earned it. He earned the shit. So of course, he's not gonna oblige you so you can come in there at damn near a junior welterweight, and he's barely over 145. Come on, man. That doesn't even make any fucking sense. No, I'll say he barely over 143. You know what I'm saying? L-Dog on deck. I see you. What's good? We got all the guys in this MF. What's good? What's good? I be who I be on deck. Salute to you. I always got to keep your head on a swivel out there. I'm going to have to do a video going to Tank neighborhood, show niggas what it look like. Man, you need to do that, man. You know, of course, you might want to have them, them blicks on it, but, yeah, man, show us what it is. I already know. I mean, my girl, I used to go up there. I already know what Baltimore's like. I already know. That was my old stomping grounds. That's no cap. That was my old stomping grounds. That's when I was young, teenager to my early 20s. Goddamn, Baltimore was my stomping grounds, bro. Shout out to Cos. Salute to you. But this is where I'm at this fight, man. It's definitely going down, right? And I just wanted to address like some of the situations that I'm seeing play out on the YTC when y'all want to hold Tank accountable for this small stipulations when you're not doing the same for Floyd. You know what I'm saying? Floyd Mayweather, you're not doing the same for Floyd Mayweather. You're not really bringing up that Canelo Pacquiao had weight stipulations. You're not really bringing up other names that's big time fighters that had weight stipulations. I think you all are trying to coddle Ryan Garcia once again, bro. Y'all trying to coddle this dude once again, bro, and it's not cool. Hold on for a second. Yeah. Um, Once again on the YouTube scene, I just feel like they call him Ryan Garcia as a baby. He's a grown man. He has kids. You know what I'm saying? And when it comes to this fight with Tank Davis, as always, these motherfuckers tend to want to damn go with the underdog. You know what I'm saying? Unless your name is Crawford. You know what I'm saying? Unless your name is Errol Spence, rather. You know, because they say Errol Spence can beat Crawford. So, yeah, like I said before, unless your name Crawford. But at the end of the day, man, I like the fight. I like the fight. I keep hearing, measurements. Let me bring up something to 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 you all on what, and especially it'd be my own kind, man. You know what I'm saying? It'd be the same shade I go to sleep and wake up in the morning with. You know what I'm saying? Let me show you something right quick. Let me show you something right quick, bro. And people just out here hating. Hit the like button for me. You know what I'm saying? It's Friday. You know, it's Friday, man. So let me show you this tweet that was sent out. And I just feel that this particular person that made the comment, he wasn't, somehow in a way it's almost like feels personal, or he some type of way about why he would. But a lot of times my people, when they have negative shit to say about their own kind, is that it's something somebody else has said, or they had a run-in with that particular person, or not even nothing at all. They just feel like the other guy is somebody that fits their image and fit what they're supposed to do right. For instance, just like the Hall of Famers was crediting Crawford for beating Errol Spence, a lot of that came from how he carries himself, his character, his integrity, and all the good things he do as far as living a healthy lifestyle. I'm just making an example. So here go the tweet by Javante, right? And it was a light tweet. You know what I'm saying? It was light. So this tweet right here was sent out in reply to LaShawn McCoy, who was on some red carpet on why he's picking Ryan Garcia over Javante Davis. And what he mentioned was Tank is small arms, and he came out his motherfucking mouth. See, this when you know somebody was wearing a helmet that was too small. Something was going on. He said, who has Tank fought? He hasn't fought anybody good. All right? This is what I'm talking about, my people. This seems like he don't like who Tank is as a person or what he might have been arrested for. My people will show their colors as clear as possible. It won't be no ifs, ands, or buts about it to make another black person think, man, why are they coming to me like that? I ain't never met the person. Or you'll say, oh, I met that person. I understand they feel the way they feel. Okay, cool. But in this case, it seems like he's just being extremely judgmental. You know, like he's on some fuckboy type shit. Because he said, who is Tank's fault? But yet Ryan Garcia has no championships in any division, right? He don't have no championships in no division. And if you're talking about who has Tank fault, you definitely got to damn stop and pause and say, who the hell is Ryan Garcia fault? It doesn't take a motherfucking college thesis for us to figure this out, bro. This is no such homework. And then he goes on, LaShawn McCoy goes on and say, he hasn't fought anybody good. This man hasn't fought anybody good. Now, I can see if he said great, because great is considered a fighter to be equal or greater than you. Equal to your skill set or greater for them to be considered great. He said he hasn't fought anybody good, which is tell me is we go from good to below average. So he's not even giving Tank the mid tier. He's giving him the below, the lower tier. And he needs to work an opponent up for good. He's trying to say this man ain't fought nobody good. I can see if he said great, but he didn't say great. He said good. So that put his thought process below average. He said Tank's resume and the people he fought is below average. That's what it means. So if Tank hasn't fought nobody good, damn, who's Ryan Garcia fault? Keep the same fucking energy, bro. Your numbers, your wins are in the 20s. You have over 20 professional wins, but who have you fought? You talk about you knocking out. Did you say you knocking out Fonseca? Did Ryan Garcia bring up that dude to my? You went this many rounds and I knocked him out in the first round or something like that. That's just like me bringing up Mason Menard for Teofimo Lopez. Devin Haney went 9 rounds with Mason Menard, and Teofimo Lopez knocked him out in 1 round. Are we really comparing Fonseca, y'all? Are we really comparing Fonseca, bro? Like, why did you even bring this dude's name up as a common opponent to say you did something special when we just seen you go the distance with Manuel Tago after dropping him, and you had the amount of weight that you wanted? No rematch clause. I mean, not rematch clause. No rehydration clause. None of that shit. You was at the weight you wanted to be at. You had all your strength and abilities. You went in there and fought Tago, knocked him down, and you still went the distance. Explain that to the people. Then you go in there with Javier Fortuna. Whose midsection looked like fresh bread, though. You go in there, right? You all are up there exchanging caps and talking. And Javier, muchas gracias, amigo. You see. Muchas gracias. Yes, see. Y'all are just having a good old time. And you go 6 rounds with Fortuna. Why you didn't wipe him out like Fonseca, bro? Javier was moving up to your weight class to fight you. How many weight classes how many times he fought at 140 already? I'm just saying, like, bro, you really been getting the same entitlements that Tank is getting right now. Let me do one more research. I want to check something out right quick. Just hit me. I want to check something out right quick. Let me check. Because I think Ryan maybe on some hypocrisy shit. Let me see. Let me check this out right quick. I know good and damn well ain't what I think it is. This just crossed my... Come on, hurry up, man. Damn. Imagine that. Okay. So Emmanuel Tago had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 fights at 135. He had one fight in between that in 2019 at 138. We're in 2023, right? He fought Mason Menard November 2020 at 135 pounds. All right, he fought Mason Menard. Then the next year or two, from November 2020, he stepped back in the ring with Ryan Garcia in April of 2022, y'all. Emmanuel Tago fought Mason Menard November 2020 and then stepped back in the ring again until April 2022 to fight Ryan Garcia at 140. Now, this is playing about stipulations, and you fight a guy who's been out the ring that long, yo? Who's been out the ring that long? So he was out the ring for like a year and a half. And he came back at a heavier weight class. And this dude went the distance with you, Ryan Garcia. Emmanuel Tago went the distance out of being, after returning back to the ring a year and a half. Emmanuel Tago goes the distance with Ryan Garcia. Once again, I repeat, they always talking about certain cliche terms, ring rust and all that. Emmanuel Tago, because this just crossed my mind. I was thinking about it. I said, hold up, let me pull up his shit. He was out of the ring a year and a half. And he stepped back at a higher weight class of 140 to fight Ryan Garcia. And I didn't hear no complaining. And Tago was down in round 1. So you was able to get a round 1 knockdown. And you couldn't even finish the fight from a dude who's been out the ring a year and a half. Right? But then coming full circle to 23, you didn't want to take the fight in January because you wanted to make sure you stay healthy. Knowing that you was going to fight a soft touch, which people weren't feeling the dude you was supposed to touch. So somehow, some way, your promotion said, nah, let's just cancel that fight, man. We ain't doing this. See, that's what I'm saying. Ryan Garcia wants all the damn, catering. He wants all the babysitting. He wants, you to rub his hair down. But yeah, back to my boy, Sean. I don't know what the fuck he was talking about. But obviously he got some hate for Tank Davis. He was up here talking some bullshit, talking about he's small. And the man is known as a knockout artist. You know what I'm saying? Small arms. And then when the guy who was there, found that he was going for Ryan, they was just happy. Oh, good. We got a black guy going for Ryan. He felt good. Oh, my God. Thank you so much. You made my day. Matter of fact, you go a Starbucks cart. Yeah, a $15 Starbucks gift card. I love it. I love you, guy. I look forward to seeing you when you come out. I want to talk about this a little bit more. Well, Sean up there hating on Tank. So Tank said, I heard he like men. He need to shut the F up before I slap the shit out of him. Now, you talk about a huge weight difference there, right? A huge weight difference. Nobody ain't going to talk about that. Because deep down in their heart of hearts, they feel like if Tank slapping the shit out of you. Hey, I know a dude that used to fight at bantamweight. Look, I know a dude that used to fight at bantamweight that knocked out a 154-pounder. Facts. I know a bantamweight who knocked out a boxer that They was outside the ring and got into an argument, not in the gym, but they was out at an event, and the bantamweight freaking knocked his ass out. That's fact. I'm not gonna mention no names. That's fact though. Real talk. That's fact. I keep the blicky. Yeah, man. It got to be mandatory, bro. It has to be mandatory. That's how you got to do it. But all the MS polls to win for sure ain't gonna be no upset. The way I look at it is, it's time for Ryan Garcia to step up to the plate, big time. Ain't no question. He got to step up, and he got to make weight. He got to stop all the bitching, and go to the dark side, and you know, come in, balance the scales, and go in there and fight his ass off. He got to take what's about to come to him, man. He has to take that. He has to take that arsenal. He has to take that motherfucking fire. You know what I'm saying? He has to take those round down range. He already got caught on the jaw while he was up there bullshitting, acting goofy. That's why he tried to goddamn shadow box, shoe shine himself out of there so nobody will see it. But we saw it. But the one thing about it, you know, people are not talking about it like it didn't connect. I mean, like it did connect. People are not talking about it. They just want to, like, they want to make it about, you know, Tank having a purse. That's all. Because we see a lot of that purse shit on YTC though. Truth be told, we see a lot of purse shit that people want to talk about on YTC. That people will talk about when Tank do it, but they don't want to talk about it when it's on YTC though. Truth be told, I'm just saying. Truth be told, you can't sit up here and talk about somebody's fashion display when we got dudes on YTC who does the same thing. You can't be a hypocrite now. If you rocking them, you rocking them. I don't. But if you rocking them, you rocking them. I don't. Can't allow the Tank be dressing like a woman holding purses. I can't, you know, I can't do it. That's not something I agree with myself. I can't. No, never. Never. Bruce Gas, Boxing Jazz, and more. Salute to your OG. Yes, sir. Happy weekend to you, Bruce. Salute my brother Scotty. WCS. Salute to you, Bruce. How you feeling, bro? You know what I'm saying? Hey, you can say what you want. But listen to me, y'all. If you're going to speak on as if you don't see it all over, then you need to take a look. You need to, you know, turn left, turn right, and, you know, really do a full 360 or 180 if you can. It's happened more times. I don't know the reasoning behind it. Me, I stay far away from it. Like, that's one thing in the military and why I ran into some certain difficulties I ran into, because I was outspoken enough to stand up for things I know that people was doing that wasn't correct. I'm not talking about me dropping dimes on them. I'm just saying me not being a participant for certain things to make sure I make it to the next level. Because that shit, it's in the military too now. You know, they want you to be a part of a certain good old boy network. If you click up with the good old boy network, no matter who's in there, if they wrong, you take up for them. You take up wrong. They can be dead ass wrong. They say, hey, we're a band of brothers over here in the Marine Corps. Yeah, some of them are a band of brothers. But you got some that will stab you in the back like you're a stranger just to cover their ass. Because they say, oh, I done put so much time in my career. Come on, man. Don't throw it all away. I got family, man. But you fucked up. So in Hollywood, we already know what the access is. I don't know what I'm watching. I was looking at some shit. You know, come on, let's not forget how Russell Westbrook was out there taking pictures in his long pleated skirt. I don't know that side. I don't want to get familiar with it. Now, I read an article on it because you need to educate yourself on what exactly is going on. That shit is not in my mental repertoire. My mental repertoire is not even cataloging this shit. What I mean is, I'm not even giving it the frame, the bandwidth to say, you know what, I want to use up a little bit of space up here to see if it's any good in what I'm looking at. Is it just the fact that we're changing in society? Is this what we at? We're changing in society, and this is becoming okay? Because I'm gonna tell you, truth be told, down here in the A, I seen dude walking with his wife. I said about 3 or 4 couples. I seen them walking with their wife, and I seen this shit going on 3.5 years ago, 3 or 4 years ago, with this with guys down here carrying person. They with a girl. I seen that damn near 3.5 years ago, bro. So I'm looking at it when I see it in Hollywood. I'm like, okay, you know what is the message though? That's all I'm saying. Like, is it more designers coming to you and say, hey, I'll pay you to wear my shit? Or, you know what I'm saying, I'll let you wear my shit for free. Do you want to wear it? It's going to bring more eyes to you. Yeah, it did. It brought more eyes. You know what I'm saying? I'm wondering to myself, I don't know what this is about. If anybody from what I know down here, ever see me walking through the mall with that, I'm not going to be able to walk too much farther. They were like, hey, Scotty, that's you? Hey man, let's talk outside for a second, bro. I want to make sure you're doing well. No, I'm good, man. I'm straight, man. I don't need to go outside. No, let's go outside for a second, bro. I just need to holler at you for a second. Man, let me holler at you for a second, shawty. You know what I'm saying? Damn, why are your people with you though? Hey man, they here to holler at you too. You know, I just wanna get at you. What's that shit right there, bro? I mean, my circle, you know, I know not of that. That's all I can say. I know not of that. It's nothing that I can put on that I'm gonna have a purse hanging off my shoulder. Nothing that I see in the store that I can match up and shit. I say, okay, it's time for me. Yeah, this is it. I like that right there. No, it's not what it is, bro. Can't do it. And some of y'all out there that might do it, okay, to each his own, man. But no, not I, said the cat. Tony Harrison press conference, top Tank and Ryan, in my opinion. What do you think? You know, we already, look, check this out, Blunt. You already know what Tony Harrison bringing to the table. Just like I say, you know what Tank bringing to the table. Tank is a magician with his shit, though. He's very clever with his shit. He is, bro. You can't get a read on that. But with Tony wear all his shit on his sleeve, and you already know what energy he coming with. You already know, man. Tony Harrison is one of those press conferences with Charlo that we always remember. We believe him when he wanted to fight Charlo. We believe that shit. Tell me, what you gonna do? You a cornball. Shut the fuck up. We believe every word Tony Harrison was talking about. Like, I believe that he would swing on Charlo at the presser. When he came down here to the A and I interviewed him, when he came up in the motherfucker, you didn't know that was him. That's how he moved. Like, he didn't come in there like a soft punk ass motherfucker that's a boxer and he's trying to stay away. No, he went up in that motherfucker, walked over to his table that had his name on it, his VIP table. And then when I walked up, I said, what's going on, champ? How you feeling? He said, what up, what up? He said, you know, I asked him, do you got a minute to talk about your upcoming fight? He said, no problem. And that's when he said he was going to stop Charlo. You know what I'm saying? And he talked this shit. Tony Harrison and Tank Davis, they go about their energy different. Tony definitely wear his like a chest plate. Tony lets you know, yeah, I'm coming here, I'm dressed the way I'm dressed for a reason. Like, for him to be up there with a face off with no shirt on, he doesn't care, bro. He believes that he's gonna go in there and box the shit out of Tim Tszyu, bro. Detroit in the building. Baltimore in the, come on, bro. Tony Harris is about that shit. Tony will fight in a club, dog. Tony will, he the type of dude that will fight. Tank will fight out in the motherfucking or in the crowd. He will, dog. Come on, let's not get it twisted, man. Two dudes you dealing with, man. It's just Tank does his a little bit more clever at this point, and Tony wears his shit on his sleeve. He a little bit more boisterous. You know what I'm saying? He gives you a lot more energy to his presentation, and you need not to take that energy lightly, because he means every bit of his energy. Whereas in Tank, in my opinion, he done got to the point where he's not as impulsive as he was back in the day. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's not as impulsive like he was when he faced off with Gamboa, and he was already late, and he pushed him. Now he's doing a little, you know what I'm saying, unpredictable shit. It's like, oh shit, what is he playing or is he not? Is he playing? I'm telling you, that's the shit he's doing. Is he playing or is he not? It's Fugazi, so I'm leaning towards Garcia. Hey, Jason, you can pick who you want. You ain't gonna make, you know what I'm saying? You ain't gonna mess up my feelings or hurt my feelings if you picking Garcia. Pick who the hell you want. You know? In order for me to, look, put it this way, Jason. In order for me to pick a fighter to win, F it, both of the motherfuckers have to be damn near sorry. You know what I'm saying? If I have a fighter that I know credential-wise, he has the medals, he's earned his shit, and then his fighter, I keep the same energy I did with freaking Boots, same energy I do with any other fighter that's right here, right now. Any other fighter that's stepping into the square. You know what I'm saying? Any other fighter, bro. It's just like when Blair Flair stepped in there with Alexis Rocha. Come on, man. People thought Blair Flair had an opportunity. Some people thought Rocha had an opportunity. And Blair took the fight on short notice, he said, and it didn't come out his way. But at the end of it, if you saying, okay, I'm just going to pick this fighter, then they must be two shitty fighters then. Or two average fighters. Blunt said WBA just ordered Usyk to fight Dubois next. After Tyson announced today that if Usyk doesn't accept 70-30, Fury will go and fight Dubois next for a few million. This is a shocker. I'm glad you brought that up there, Blunt. Appreciate dropping that gem once again. The shit that's going on with the heavyweight division is sucker shit, bro. The reason why I say it's sucker shit because Tyson Fury ain't did too much of anything after Deontay Wilder. But yet, you have fight fans out there that's questioning whether they want to see a fourth Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder. Why? Because Deontay was stopped in the rematch in the trilogy. Okay? So now, we was talking about, oh, undisputed. They wasn't talking that undisputed shit when Deontay Wilder had the belt and Joshua had the belt. But when Tyson Fury picked up the motherfucker, then they want to talk about undisputed, right? Eddie Hearns is all about undisputed until Joshua lost the motherfuckers. All right? Now we get to Alexander Usyk, and somehow the same bullshit that boxing always gives us, the hocus pocus disappointment, right? Now we want to play head games. You have the titles. You got Fury over here. And then you got, oh, Fury, I'm gonna go fight that person. Alexander Usyk, I'm gonna fight that person. And he got this to take that. Who's accomplished more in their career? Alexander Usyk or Tyson Fury? You got to look at it. Who's accomplished more? So they'll tell you that Tyson Fury has won all the belts, really. Even when he beat Vladimir and came and beat Deontay Wilder, that was the only belt that he was missing, right? So then you turn back around, because a lot of people don't know about the WBC belt with Vladimir and, you know, that Klitschko. Then you turn around and Alexander Usyk is moving up from cruiserweight, and he finally gets a shot at Joshua after facing Chase Witherspoon and Derek Chisora. He gets the victory, defending his title. It's automatic that these two fighters should be clashing right now. But the boxing politics takes us to a whole nother motherfucking pothole, bro. A whole nother off-road terrain. Why we got two champions in the heavyweight division unable to make a deal. And why wouldn't 70-30 be feasible? Because damn near both of these fighters have accomplished a lot in their career. Some may say that Usyk has accomplished more than Tyson Fury. Based off the rip that he was undisputed at cruiserweight and he's unified at heavyweight. It's a no fucking brainer. It's a no-brainer, bro. But the weird part about it is that, let's talk about common opponents in the heavyweight division, though, between these two. They want to make Daniel Dubois a common opponent. Has Dillian White even had the opportunity to face Alexander Usyk? Because Tyson Fury knocked him out. Has he even had, the opportunity? I don't know where they're going with this. Once again, it's a disappointment, man, because, not too many people even giving a fuck about the heavyweight division after Deontay lost his WBC belt. That's a fact. That's a fact. Ain't nobody been talking about no heavyweight division. That just goes you how it works, man. You know what I'm saying? The ebbs and flows on how people pick popularity. You know what I'm saying? They put popularity over quality. Fury's a clown. Alex offered Fury 64 to win a deal, and Fury turned it down. Look, it was a point in time where I say that I would never have anything good to say about Fury because I do believe he's a cheater, no doubt about it. I stand true on that. But check out this, expert. I look at Fury. I've seen him in person, and I watched him fight several times. He does propose a threat to individuals that are not taking him all the way serious because of the way his body is. He's a big dude, man. Like, Tyson Fury is a big dude. And you just look how much weight he has, when he fought Deontay, and what Deontay weighed. And then you take Alexander Usyk, who's not a big power puncher like Wilder, but he can box. He can box. He's shown that he can box. Why would it be that he can't take a 70-30 in the first fight? Because at one point in time, people was trying to say Deontay should just take a flat fee. So while we aren't on the helmet, why are we not on the helmet? Why are we on the shoulder blades? Why are we not on the damn spinal region of Alexander Usyk for not taking a 30% split? Why? Why is he not on his helmet? When it comes down to it, why? Why is he just getting free play? Because they were saying that, hey, Deontay should take this, he should take that, this, that, and the other. But then when it comes to Alexander Usyk, he don't want to make the fight because it's 70-30. What about the rematch? Just put the rematch clause in there. It's not impossible for you all to have two fights. Put a rematch clause in that bitch, man. 70-30 the first fight, and then if I win, it's the opposite. You get 30%, I get 70%, and so forth. You'll be undisputed champion. Whoever wins will be undisputed champion. They make the call. Why you just can't step in the ring off 30%, bro? Man, boxing is fucked up, man. It's like a situation like that. Boxing is so fucked up. Dillian White is a joke. Yeah, listen. Once again, I'm not going against you on that. But I always tell the story how I was in Vegas and I was walking the strip. Like, I've been walking that strip down to the media room because boxers was coming in late. And I didn't care. I was going to get this shit. I was up there on no credentials, and I wanted to go fishing and get it. And that's when I walked in on that table that had some names that I didn't think would be sitting together. I refused. But Steven Espinosa was one of those people that was at the table, though. I'm just putting it out there. But Dillian White was in there. I saw him through the blinds. I went in there and asked him for a picture because they was having some type of meeting or whatever. And, of course, they didn't want me taking a picture of that table. I think that table would, if I would have took a picture of that table, because I had a big, my motherfucking camera on my neck. If I would have took a picture of that table, that shit would have went viral. No doubt about it. The people that were sitting at that table, oh yeah. So Dylan took a picture with me. He was an extremely nice dude. You know what I'm saying? If you want to add professional in there, I got the picture and then I left. If Dylan would have known before that, I didn't have no love for the dude. I just thought he was a big mouth, exactly what he was. I say, dude, you ain't nothing special, bro. You ain't nothing special. Yeah, he was cool when I met him in person, but I was just an average fan to him. He didn't know who I was. If he would have known how much shit I talked about him as a boxer, he wouldn't have took no picture with me. But for you to get a shot at Joshua before he was a champion, you get stopped. Boom. For you to be ahead on the scorecards, at that point in time with a couple of knockdowns with Alexander Povetkin, and to be doing extremely well, to get caught with an uppercut, disappointing, right? And then to go in here and fight Tyson Fury after you was calling out Deontay Wilder for ever in a day, talking shit. Deontay, where you at? Deontay, where you at? You don't get Deontay, but you get the boxer who beat Deontay, and you get knocked out. Not only do you get knocked out, he pushed you down like you was a motherfucking sucker. Jesus, man, like, come on, bro. Because Fury said it's not about the money. 60-40 is fair. The winner is 60 and the loser gets 40. If you say it's not about the money and you say Usyk is ducking you, why turn it down? I can't tell what them gypsies are doing, bro. I can't tell a lot of shit that goes on in boxing with some of these cats. All I can say is it would be good if the media kept the same energy, because these boxers look at what media is talking about. They look at it. So if media chooses not to go hard on certain fighters because they don't care, they don't want to take any energy, they say, I don't care nothing about that. Whatever, man. That don't matter to me. He can do what he wants. If they have that type of attitude, then the fighters, I'm not saying they're looking at media to persuade them. I'm just saying it's nothing out there to dissuade them. Like, maybe they read articles and everybody was telling them, oh man, it's fucked up what you're doing. You're the champion. You know what I'm saying? You're the champion. You should be doing this and that. You should follow your own so-called ethics or principles. If it's not about the money, that's your principle, then take the fight. But that's not the case, man. We already know that's not the case, say David Copperfield. David Copperfield said, nothing will never be the case because I'm the magician. And I can make shit disappear and reappear. And boxing will help you understand point blank that it can make shit appear and disappear as quickly as they want it to. And then you'll be asking yourself, hold up. Why those two fighters are not fighting again? I thought they were supposed to be fighting. Oh man, something came up, man. Whatever. This fight, Rolly's getting that fight. What's going on? Drumming for life on deck, man. Happy Friday. Y'all salute, baby. Salute to you, brother. Salute to you. I forgot to check something right quick. But another thing I found out, right? Because I was talking about Rolly. Another thing I found out was that Rolly's not signed with Floyd. I know I made mention a couple of times that Floyd was able to persuade, somehow them to get him a title fight with Alberto Puello, and that's not the case. That's not the case, man. Somebody else got him that fight. Somebody else got him that fight. So we're talking about Rolly Romero, who a lot of people don't consider to be anything, to have any big wins under his belt, but yet he's getting awarded because he's a popular guy and he can sell some tickets. And also, it was word going around that Gary Antoine Russell didn't want to fight and said that Puello needs to catch up to him. My take on that whole deal, like, that's another thing, that's another process in what we have to deal with, the shenanigans, y'all. We have to deal with the shenanigans of boxing. Now, if I was Gary Russell, absolutely, I would like to take that fight. I would have took that championship fight just to get that belt under my name. And then if you choose to move up to 47, at least you can move up to 47 with a title around your waist from previous division. You know what I'm saying? All your accolades carry forward to your next division. That's just the way it is, man. Experts say he's starting to like Rolly. I tell people all the time, man, Rolly, when I met him, he was a nice guy, man. Like, he actually did something for me without me asking him. That I dropped one of my camera hoods and it rolled over there past the damn banister. And since he was a fighter, he walked over there and picked it up and gave it to me. But I don't know, like, personality wise is cool, but I don't know, when he started calling fighters bitches, it just seems like he's very selective in who he calls a bitch. You know what I'm saying? Seriously. He has his type on who he loves calling a bitch. Real talk. He's not going to call Teofimo Lopez a bitch because that's his boy. But I've heard him call fighters a bitch, man. I could have sworn he called Deontay a bitch. He called Devin Haney a bitch. He called Gervonta Davis a bitch. He's called several fighters a bitch. That's his MO. He calls them ugly. I've heard him call fighters ugly. Now, when I hear another man calling another man ugly, that to me is falls along the realm of bitch tendencies, because regardless of how I feel about a man, I'm never looking at him as far as, is he attracted for me? Is there an attraction there for me to go in on this motherfucker, or there's not? I'm gonna take it light. I'm gonna take it lighter on him if he's look a certain way. I'm saying I'm gonna go in him this way, go in him that way. But to say a dude is ugly is almost like you are in that space for the wrong reason. You can pretty much say what you got to say to a man and let the shit go. But Rolly has a tendency to call another man ugly when it's some things that are going on about you too, buddy, that people will say, hey, you might have stayed in there a little bit too long, buddy. You know what I'm saying? And when they was trying to pull you out, you was trying to stay in that motherfucker. You just not, when they say, hey, no, he needs oxygen, something ain't right. But when you call niggas ugly and bitches, I don't know, man, you can't recover from that. Because you was looking real goofy in the ropes against Tank. I'm just saying, you was looking real goofy, bro. What's going on, Coach? True Meters Today, USA Boxing on the move, man. I see you out there in the field, Coach. Salute to you, brother. He is very selective, but it makes for good sound bites. Yeah. I mean, what are you laughing with him or at him, brother? Because I think you laughing at him. Real talk, expert. Like a lot of people, they're laughing at Rolly because he asked the question. Ugly, and he a bitch, man. He a bitch. I'm like, damn, bro. I don't think it's been too far removed when you was up here telling people to bet their house on it. Did you repay the people who actually bet their house and they lost their whole house because you said you're going to knock them out in the first round? Have you reimbursed these people that's living in their cars to this day? Have you reimbursed them, Rolly? Because you said bet your house on it. Have you reimbursed the people that was stupid enough to bet on you, the underdog, that you was going to stop tanking the first round? Have you reimbursed them their money? When Rolly called dudes ugly, I can't rock with that. And I'm laughing at him. And I'm just saying, man, dude called dudes ugly all the time. Like, nigga, I mean, what's wrong with you, bro? Like what's wrong with you? What does ugly come into play? You shouldn't, if you having a communication with a dude and you find any type of attractiveness about that dude, then you might consider yourself to be gay. Seriously, there's a gay tendency in your body. You know what I'm saying? I'm just being honest. There's a gay tendency in your body, and that's something you have to deal with. You know what I'm saying? That's just the way it is. But you know, I will be back on later. I come in, you know what I'm saying, about the whole, you know, mental blade is sharp believe it to be with Ryan Garcia. I do think that he's stumped right now. I know people telling him that he got caught with that left hook. I just think he was trying to do what he's supposed to do at the presser. He was trying to build up the shit, you know, show energy in his backyard, let the people know that I can fake it a little bit. I got my people here with me. I'm not worried about you jumping me. I got my people's security. I'm good. I know he had security in NY, but he was at home this time, so it seems like he felt more at home. And he talked a little bit more shit, and he wanted to let his hands get a little bit more touchy. See, he never would have did that if he was in the club one-on-one with Tank. He never would have did that shit. He never would have damn been touchy-feely like that and really wanted to get in it. He didn't want to get in it with him up there when nobody's around, dog. His brother. What is his brother gonna do? All he does is hold the mitts and be the ones mostly taking the damn body shots, doing these TikTok videos. Real life. You know what I'm saying? Real life. For real. Dude should not be cute to another dude, point blank, period. I mean, you have individuals that look at dudes like that. I mean, it's just the way it is. I don't want to get into all that nonsense, but I was just looking at it in a way that Rolly be talking some crazy shit. And one thing I just don't agree with is just the way he called niggas a bitch, and he'll say they ugly. He called everybody ugly. You know what I'm saying? He called everybody ugly, but he was the same one looking super, super goofy in those ropes. And then looking super, super goofy when Jahan freaking knocked you down in sparring. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, bro. But, man, y'all hold this shit down. Thank you for tuning in, man. Those of you that support the channel, a.k.a. Mr. Gumbo, a.k.a. Sucker Free, appreciate you, bro. Everyone else who tune in, hit the like button on your way out, man. Till next time, turn up and tune in to World Combat Sports. I'm out.